radio privacy.
Monday morning, Lee Blakeman breakfast at 7:36.
Sparks fly when we kiss. You're gonna remember this. When I walk away with your heart while you're busy playing.
Time to catch up with friend of the show, Lisa T, who does Monday Motivation for us at this time every single week. She sings, as you can hear here, because this is her in the background.
Your next little baby doll.
She's also, though, a mental health expert, got her own podcast these days as well, called Spill the Tea with Lisa T, and Lisa's with us as ever. Good morning.
Good morning, Lee. How are you today?
Very, very well. You sound very chipper. Nice weekend?
Oh, do I? Yeah, I guess that maybe I had a slightly more relaxing weekend than usual. I didn't have any gigs this weekend, so maybe I'm a bit more rejuvenated. But yeah, it was lovely, thank you. Did you have a nice weekend?
Lovely. Very busy doing the football. I did the football on Saturday and the football yesterday. You being so showbiz and everything, talk us through a Lisa T weekend that doesn't have any gigs in it.
Well, I was going to say, usually my weekends are very different to the one I've just had, but I was in London this weekend. I went down to the office on Friday with work, and then I stayed with my friend Vicky on Friday night, and stayed with her Saturday, and then it was my friend's little boy's christening yesterday, so there just wasn't room for any gigs this weekend, but I've got quite a lot coming up now over the next few weeks, so that'll be good as well. So yeah, it was nice, thank you.
Yeah, I imagine you're going to be really busy with the Easter holidays coming up and all that kind of stuff. Right then, so you always give us a great tip every week. I mean, I say great, one of them involved me taking a cold shower, but it was a great tip because it did the trick. It fires you up, it motivates you, it gets your brain working differently. Just tell us what this week's tip is.
Yes, so April is actually Stress Awareness Month. So this month, throughout April, I'm going to be sharing tips that will help to reduce our stress levels. And the first one today is one that not many people know about yet. I think this is going to become quite well known over the next year or so. It's starting to be quite widely used in therapies because a lot of research backs it up now. But day to day, people aren't really very aware of it. So this tip, it helps to release any negative emotions that we store in our body, quite often without us realizing that we're storing them. So throughout the day, for example, if you have a difficult conversation with someone, maybe you start to feel a little bit annoyed, or you feel any kind of negative emotion like frustration or anxiety, that emotion sits in your body unless you release it. So if you look at animals like dogs, cats, ducks, when something happens to them and you see them, I don't know, barking at another dog, they give their body a really good shake and then they carry on, and they've released some of that emotion that they've been storing. But as humans, we don't do that because it's not really socially acceptable to just start shaking whenever you experience an emotion. So
or barking.
Or barking, Lee, exactly. So we store it in our body, which can then build up over time and eventually resurface as anxiety or severe stress. So what I'm suggesting today is next time you notice that you've experienced some kind of a negative emotion, as soon as you can afterwards, find a quiet space, and obviously be careful if you've got any injuries, but find a quiet space and give your body a really good shake. And just well, there's no right or wrong way to do this, really, as long as you don't hurt yourself. But the way I do it, it's almost like I've got a bit of a shiver and I'm just shaking it off, like, just giving my body a good shake. And you feel a lot better. You have to do it for a bit longer than that. You just really move your body, shake it off, like Taylor Swift would say, and then you feel a lot better.
I like that. So just stand up. Now, so I could do it now, couldn't I, right? Let me get out of that. Honestly, I get into this chair at 10 to 6 and I do not move until 10:05. The world wakes up, has breakfast, drives to work or school, and has done an hour, and I still haven't moved. So I'm going to do a rare thing and move here. So I'll stand up and just go, woo! Like, jump up and down, wave my arms around, kick my legs. Doesn't really work as well as it looks on the radio, but you can hear me doing it in the background there, and that's what you recommend. It wakes you up, it gets you going, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. There's been a lot of research around this now that shows that it really does help us to release any emotion or energy that we're storing from any kind of negative experience. So just give yourself a good shake, and you'll feel a bit better from it.
See, now I always subconsciously do that when I get out of a long car journey as well. One, because I struggle with a bad back half the time, but two, driving long distances can be so stressful, can't it? So that can be another reason why you do it.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like a lot of these tips, Lee, I always do that.
I'm very subconscious. One tip I'd never done was that I did it, but I didn't realise the benefits of it. I'd never done a cold shower though. I'll be honest with you, I never had. But do them now, Lisa. Do them now.
Wonderful. Good. I'm really pleased about that.
See, this feature changes my life. Have a great week. Thank you ever so much for that, and we will speak again next week.
Take care. See you soon. Bye.
So that releases all of the negative energy. I thought Lisa for a second was going to recommend we all bark or shake when we get out of the shower, because she was starting to talk about how dogs and cats do it. That's good, you know. I'll just give that a go there. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I think I've just pulled my calf, but otherwise, spot on.
Chippy tea, I want a chippy tea for you.
She's a good egg, is Lisa T. With us, Monday Motivation, every single Monday. Handily enough, wouldn't quite work on a Wednesday, would it, Monday Motivation?
I'm a working man from Lancashire and I want a chippy tea. Because one of them 2p forks as well, we love. It's dark when I'm...
Loads of guesses coming in already for this morning's Guitar Zeros. We'll have another recap in the next 5 minutes. First, though, most of us love a chippy tea, don't we? Had one on Friday night, actually, with that nice John Akers guy. He treated as well, did John?
I want a chippy.
I know, wonders never cease. But one thing you might notice is that the price of fish and chips has gone up by a couple of quid now. It's because the cost of white fish, potatoes, and the energy to cook them have all gone up, meaning many chippies are having to pass the cost on to its customers. It's a far cry from the 1970s, as this BBC Radio Stoke clip from the archive demonstrates quite well.
Now let's get on to this survey of massive public importance. Let's first of all look at value for money for our fish. The best value here was at the Golden Place in Etruria, where for 10p we got a total fish lot weighing 6.5 ounces.
And now for the chips. For 5p at Town Road Fisheries in Hanley, we got more chips per penny than anywhere else we tried. We think we ought to mention S. Lowe's at 4 Green Road, Smallthorne. Here we got 5 3/4 ounces of chips for 5p.
To wrap up this report, we shouldn't overlook how the fish and chips were finally wrapped up. Most opted for the Evening Sentinel newspaper. 2 others wrapped them in white paper. But Fred's fish and chip shop in High Street, Tunstall, went one better because his were wrapped in the Financial Times.
Is that how they used to talk on BBC Radio Stoke in the 70s?
That's a funny name for a fella, I'm not eating.
They've got proper kind of Pathé News voices there, haven't they?
Oh, yes, exactly, Lee. It
That's right.
totally was.
Yeah, they speak proper English back then, not like the guff that I come out with now.
Totally.
You can keep your gin.